The story of Job. When faith is tested, why do good people suffer? It is one of the oldest questions in human history. Across centuries, philosophers, kings, and ordinary people have struggled to understand why pain sometimes falls on those who seem to deserve it the least. The Bible presents one of its most powerful explorations of this question through the life of a man named Job. His story is not simply about suffering. It is about faith, tested in the fire of unimaginable loss. The story begins in a land called Uz, where Job lived. Job was a man of remarkable character. He was upright. He respected God. He avoided wrongdoing. Job was also extremely wealthy. His land held thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys. He had 10 children, 7 sons and 3 daughters, who filled his home with celebration and life. Yet what made Job remarkable was not his wealth, it was his devotion. He lived carefully, seeking to honor God in every part of his life. But unknown to him, a conversation was taking place far beyond the human world. A gathering occurred in the heavenly realm. Among those present was a mysterious figure described as Satan, the accuser. God points to Job as an example of genuine faithfulness. But the accuser questions this devotion, suggesting Job's faith exists only because his life is comfortable. To test this claim, permission is given for Job's life to be shaken, but he must not be physically harmed. Disaster arrives suddenly. Raiders steal his livestock. Lightning strikes his servants. Then comes the most devastating message of all. A powerful wind collapses the house where his children were gathered. All 10 have died. In a single day, Job's wealth and family are gone. Yet Job falls to the ground and says, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." But the test is not finished. The accuser argues that if Job himself suffers physically, his faith will collapse. Soon, Job's body is covered with painful sores. He sits among ashes, broken and isolated. Even his wife urges him to curse God and die, but Job refuses. 3 friends come to comfort him. They sit in silence for 7 days. Eventually, they argue that his suffering must be the result of hidden sin. But Job maintains his innocence. He questions, he laments, and he searches for answers. After long debates, God finally speaks. Instead of explaining why Job suffered, God asks questions about the creation of the universe and the mysteries of nature. Job realizes the vast difference between human knowledge and divine perspective. Humbled, he responds with reverence. At the end of the story, Job's fortunes are restored. His health returns, and his wealth increases. But the true message is the journey of faith through suffering. Why does suffering exist? The book does not provide a simple answer. Instead, it shows that faith is not built only on blessings. It is tested in hardship and grows in uncertainty. The story of Job reminds us that even in the darkest seasons, faith can endure, and when faith is tested, its true strength is revealed.